I am going to do something a little bit different. Normally I make silly reels with my sculptures, or I just share images of recent sculptures, or old sculptures, but sculptures nonetheless. But I wanted to post something just a smidge different to kind of get people thinking this holiday season. I once had a friend say to me that she wanted to get me something for a Christmas gift. She wanted it to have, some tie-in with felting, but when she Googled felting, she was overwhelmed and oh my word, I don't even know where to start. And she kind of figured or supposed that I had the things that popped up when she Googled it, and she was like, I want a different direction. So I wanted to make a video that gave suggestions, Christmas gift, holiday gift, birthday gift, whatever gift, suggestions for a felter in your life, or someone getting into felting, maybe someone who's been felting for a long time. It doesn't matter what level they're at with this technique. These are gifts that, as a felter, I would think other felters would like. If you have a local fiber shop or yarn, even a yarn shop, oftentimes they'll have roving that's ready to be spun, because all of these fiber arts are really close together, but you can get them roving, and I promise you they will find a way to use it. If they're brand new, if they aren't brand new to felting, every artist appreciates more colors, more supplies, more materials that they work with. So this I got from a shop near my hometown where I grew up, called Autumn House Fiberworks. The sticker says Autumn House Farm, but they have their sheep. They are local, they shear their own sheep, which is just another beautiful aspect to giving the gift of fiber, especially if you can get it locally, is that a lot of times that means the sheep are local, and the artists who created these colors and put this together are local. So that's one suggestion. Really easy to do. If you don't have a shop nearby, Etsy. You might need to ask, hint around, find out. But a good gift, maybe more specifically for a beginner, if the person's been felting for several years, they might have a set of these, or they might have a machine that can card wool. So I'm not a paid sponsor by any sense of the imagination. I don't even know if that exists. But one place that I would suggest you look is the Howard Brush Company. Renowned since 1866, made in the USA. You can find them specifically on Etsy, and that is their outlet shop, where they post items for sale that have a bit of a flaw, or for some other, it's their outlet. It's like the outlet malls used to be. They are somewhat discounted as compared to just buying them straight from them. When I got this, I was this set, I thought these look fantastic. What could possibly be wrong with them other than maybe the wood burning? It's not perfectly, this set looks a little better. And that's the only thing that I've ever noticed is wrong with them. They work great, and I can use them. If you don't know, you can use them to kind of blend your own color combinations, or you can buy wool at various stages, and this comes in handy. That's a whole other lesson that we'll leave for another day. So just hint around with your fiber felting friend, see if they have a pair. If they don't, this is a great option. The next thing is needles. Needles are just great to have. You can never have too many. So our needles, they'll get dull, they will break, you'll just misplace them. You'll go someplace and you'll misplace them. So needles are great, and honestly, pretty much any size always is appreciated, right? And it's just like wire. They come in different sizes. Oops, maybe like this. You get the idea. Is that still upside down or backwards? I don't know. Again, not a paid spokesperson for this company, but I do really love to get my stuff from little shops. Of course, you can find these on Etsy. I mean, Amazon. You can find them on Amazon, but it's so nice to shop on Etsy and support small businesses. This is a place that I love to get my needles. Obviously, I've got a whole tube right here. So pretty much any size, a felter will appreciate some new needles. Okay, these next two things might seem a little less obvious. Maybe, I don't know. A sketch pad, a nice sketch pad. My husband got this for me before I did one of my residencies, so it was just like my carry in my pocket sketch pad as I worked. But sketch pads, they're appreciated. And then this one might be a little less obvious, but maybe vintage wool stuff. This is a throwback sweater. It's actually a hand-me-down from my mom. There's a good chance that the felter in your life loves anything relating to wool. And if you go into a thrift store and find some cool old vintage pieces, I can almost guarantee they will appreciate it. Next, felting pads, mats, cushions, brushes. There's like a sort of, it looks like a stiff brush or a hard brush for brushing your horse that you can felt into. I personally prefer this foam pad, but the felting mats, pads, bases like this, I shouldn't say base because this isn't like what's inside the sculpture. This is actually what someone would felt on. So they're not poking their table, their lap, their fingers, right? So get ready for this sound. So you'll hear someone felting away, and normally that little bit of a crunch is probably the pad or cushion that they're felting onto. But some different mats and pads, cushions, things like that. They're not all this foam. Some are like a wool, looks like a pillow, or a wool little rectangle like this. That is another great idea because this actually will wear out, this particular one. And then they come in different sizes too. So I use this one a lot at home, but I'll use one that is like this big when I'm in the car because I'm not taking generally a huge sculpture in the car. So there's different sizes. Surprise them with some different sized felting pads. All right, so I'm sure there is stuff that I missed, but basically an overall a review of things you could get the felter in your life as a gift. Wool roving, or wool batting. You can look up either term. Some great carding brushes. They would love that. Some needles, always appreciated. A sketchbook, vintage wool stuff, or felting pads, felting mats, things like that. You know, basically we just like to make. We like that you thought of us. So pretty much anything goes. If you're still unsure and you're like, oh, but I know they're really particular, just ask and they can probably tell you what they'd like. Like,